versus Bravo.
Habitation Station is the last map of the series. Very good mech map. That's exactly what we might see from the Terran player, but this is of course Leenock, the Zerg. He was able to win the second game against his opponent. And starting to the top left of the map in blue, we have Bravo.
Really curious to see what he's got planned here.
I would assume he's going for mech.
Well, he's already shown it in game number 1 that he's quite comfortable with that. Third base for this map, if you take the goal base, is really close to your opponent and really far from your natural. So I don't think we're going to see Bravo take that base as his third. That would be kind of ridiculous. Because mech needs to be together until it gets built up. And if you want to do that, then you don't want to take the base that's so far away. Taking the base below his natural, on the other hand, is pretty close by and relatively easy to defend. So if he does go mech, that would be the place to go.
We have gas first. Sorry, no, we don't. We have gas very fast after the barracks.
Yeah, Reaper timing gas, it looks like. And hatchery first for Leenock, who will probably then go into gas and then pool if he wants to continue what he's shown us already today. We'll see if he changes things up in this game. The rest of this on this map is actually pretty far by ground. So he could, you know, do what he's doing right now, adding 2 drones. See if he takes that gas. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's going to go actually pool this time. No way he goes double hatch before pool on this map, do you think? Yeah, there's...
No. Like, you can take that. If you really want to get the good economy out, you get the gold base and tries to take that. This is so sometimes he benches here trying to just utilize that space between the 2 gold bases and take down the drones to the mineral line, or even just go for the base itself. I'm just more curious to see if we are going to see bio from Bravo or if he's going into mech. I would assume because of the map and because it's really strong here that he's going into mech, especially since he's shown in game number 1. Was quite successful with that, even though there were a couple of hiccups. But still, it's like he seemed to be more comfortable with this style of play. So I think he's going to do it, but that's what I'm waiting for currently. I want to see that.
Same build from him as he did do in game 1, where he makes 2 Reapers and harasses with them. We'll see how much harassment he gets done, because in game 1 he was really on top of those Reapers, making sure they were constantly poking at the Zerglings, and he never really lost them. And the one thing he didn't do was scout his opponent's gas, which ended up not really mattering for him at the end of the day. These gases look so strange on this map. It's like they have a force field around them, but they don't. What's the story on those gases?
I don't know.
If the gas,
that is definitely a force field.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it. A weak one, though, because units can walk through it.
It's habitation station, so there are people living there, and you have to set that force field up, or the children will just walk in and die.
Maybe you have to have some sort of key card to get through the...
Probably.
There, you need some clearance. Like, you have to have the key card in your pocket to walk through.
How do the drones do that, though?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the queen gives them something, with her Psionic ability to just be able to walk through.
Maybe. Well, for now, we have the first factory started. We have the reactor on the other hand. There comes, of course, the command center too. That was already confirmed by Leenock. His second command center started in the main base. So double CC right off the bat. And for Leenock, we have that speed once again. Can try to maybe push a bit of into the natural there. The Reapers not really getting a whole lot done. Just trying to occupy Leenock as much as they can and get a snipe off. Those Zerglings leading a very dangerous life right now. But so far, both of them just like testing the waters a little bit.
Yeah, just testing a bit. As soon as that reactor is done for Bravo, we're going to find out if he's going mech or not. It seems like very likely that he is with the build he's chosen. And no Marines being produced. Okay, there's one. Cancels it, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be mech. I think you're right. Well, you said a great map for mech. And we'll see if that tech lab is for a starport. Did he actually add a starport? I don't think he did.
No, not yet. He doesn't have a starport.
So it's not even necessarily the case. That's a female Karak, by the way, not a male one.
How do you distinguish the female and the male card?
Just because it says female.
I know, I read that too, but like...
I was like, that's how I could tell you.
Goofy.
But I think the female one is lighter color, actually, like duller colors. The other one's like more bright blue.
Leenock goes into the Roach Warren here, and the Roach Warren will help him against the Roaches. He goes once again in the 2-base lair tech. And what I'm very interested in his response to scouting mech. If it's going to be, again, a mech strategy that we see from Bravo. I'm very interested to see what he's going to do. If he really tries to play the same style that he showed us in game number 1, or if he's trying to mix it up a little bit.
He's, well, we have Stim now. Okay, so that's finally confirmed. Stim is on the way, so it's not going to be Meg. 2 barracks added now as well. The unit tab open for so long that it kept to be a mystery to us.
Speed for the roaches and has decent max supply, so he could go into additional roaches. He just doesn't have the resources to pull it off. So with 6 for now, there are Nidus network.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is something that could definitely work against Bravo. I can see that work. And by the way, Bravo doesn't go into mech. He goes into double engineering base, so we will see
Stim
with Bio.
Stim as well, like now 3/4 of the way done.
And he doesn't see the top right of his own main base. So
that's really scary. He's not expecting this type of strategy at all.
Sneaky Leenock.
But this Reaper is so important. Oh, now he's so distracted by the hatchery, he doesn't go in. He can't get to where the Nidus is, though. Well, that was slightly off positioned.
Yeah.
I think he did it because he was panicked about the Reaper, but that's going to give him a little bit of extra production.
That's actually a Marine. It doesn't show on the minimap properly.
Yeah, it looks like a hole is in the base, not even a Marine.
Exactly. So he's going to see that. He has to have the forward Nidus outside of the base. Inside would have course been amazing for him, but outside of the base is fine as well. And the Hellions have no idea. There are no siege tanks. There are not a lot. Does he even have a Marauder? I don't know. I think there are only a couple of Marines.
Only Marines. Stim is done, but with no bunkers, no siege tanks. He must have at least 1 bunker, right? No. He's in trouble. Second Nidus actually goes in the main base here, too. And he sees it. Oh, God.
Oh, God. Here we go. Leenock is moving in. There's the Stim. He moves back for now. He waits a little bit. Keep in mind, there are no medivacs. Every single Stim hurts.
Yeah.
And now he's just going into the main base. That was scouted already, but he was moving towards the wall at the natural first, and now the roaches are suddenly in the main base.
This is terrible. He can actually bounce between the 2 Nidus networks as well. After he kills all these SCVs, he can just go right back into the Nidus.
And there's another Stim already forced, and most of those Marines are really low, but this is way too many roaches.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to go back into the Nidus. He's actually just going to push this back. The Marines, like you said, way too low, and Leenock is maybe going to take this series here. It's looking good for him, and he's doubling his opponent's supply.
He's just starting to snipe the add-ons here. Leenock is looking at a really good spot here. He has 44 harvests to get to 23, a good economy back at home. The third base is up. He's sniping the add-ons right now, making sure that that combat shield does not finish, limiting the production of the Terran player, and Bravo is in so much trouble now.
He just didn't expect this. Burrow is on the way as well to help his roaches be even stronger, but I don't even think it's going to finish. Bravo's probably going to have to type out before that even happens.
I didn't expect that either, and when I saw that lair tech, I thought that Leenock might go into the lair tech into Spire once again, but no. The Nidus network adding a nice touch here to the series, and suddenly it's the Leenock who is putting on the screws here.
Yeah, he really is, and without any combat shields, these Marines cannot stand under the pressure. They barely have any healing with the medevacs.
There's no mining going on in the main base.
Yep, this base can't land at the Zergling there. We don't really have any way to mine from it anyways, but the roaches just continue to poke away at this production and trade against his composition.
He's going to snipe the starport.
Yep. Well, he lifts it and saves it for a little bit longer, and with those bunkers, he's trying to hold on. It's just not going to happen. It's an overwhelming amount of roaches.
There's 2 Vikings. That's all that he has right now.
Yeah,
and
land right there.
The Queen is spreading creep in the main base, which means that soon enough we are not going to see the command center land again.
Oh my God, the starport now with about 50 hit points. He's definitely going to lose it.
If he doesn't repair it, that's the case.
If he repairs it, he can't afford to make any more starport units, and he's going to have to land it eventually.
That's the creep. He cannot land that command center any longer unless he kills those creep tumors. And we even have a few units poking at the natural at the natural at the ramp.
Yep, and he's starting to kill these depots. Does have to retreat here for a moment, but
Leenock has Bravo in a chokehold right now, and he is going to suffocate him.
Leenock starts to push his way through the natural here. The turret goes up because he's concerned about burrow movement, which is, by the way, complete now. +1 for roaches is also started, and he's just going to pop up here and start doing more and more damage to these SCVs. The second he's attacking, just burrows.
He has 1-1 star. The Hydra Den is on its way. 55 harvesters, a good economy. Even with those fewer marauders, this is just not going to fly. The first bunker is gone, and the second one is about to die. And the roaches in the main base, he might be able to throw them back, but there's too many SCVs just dying.
60 workers left for Leenock. He's got a great economy. Nidus will go down here, but so what is what Leenock has asked him, because he can just go into the next one if he wants to reinforce some more roaches. The Hydras, like you said, are going to be joining soon.
It's not like there's a massive amount of scans. Both of those orbitals are still floating.
Every scan he uses on these is not being used on the tumors, although I guess this one's a catch-all that hits both, now that I say that. But
there's no mining. 0 mining currently for Bravo, because he has roaches in every single mineral line. And keep in mind that during all the time, Leenock is building up a second army back at home.
Yeah, and he can actually send it over to the forward Nidus whenever he wants to.
This was, by the way, Bravo when he doesn't look happy.
No. Or yes. He does not look happy, and yes, that's what he is when he doesn't look happy. So just to clarify for everybody. But,
3 bases for Leenock, great income, 2,000 minerals.
He's going to walk. I don't even know why he's walking, but he's going to walk.
It's healthy.
Yes, Roach is getting some exercise.
The Roaches were actually putting on some weights recently. The Hydras are a little bit more agile.
And this could be a reason as well, you know, if he gets this lost, then he doesn't have anything to reinforce what he's going to. He's probably just going to remake that Nidus right now while he attacks here.
One hero Roach in the main base is still going strong, and the rest of the army is now moving in. Leenock on his way to victory, taking down the last bunker, going even for the move, baiting another scan, going for the command center. He knows that this is a game that he cannot lose anymore.
No, he cannot lose it. The Hydra's pushing this down. The bunker is gone. Probably down to 34. GG.
GG in game, and Leenock takes it with a 2-1 to advance to the winner's match where he will face Yonghwa.
Pretty crazy. So you have both of our old StarCraft II players taking the wins here, and Leenock looking very much in shape right now. Really excited to see what he's going to show us this season if he does get into Code S.
Yeah, the last game, that strategy I liked that the most, to be honest.
Yeah, it really caught Bravo off guard. And the strategy in game 2 as well. I mean, Leenock just, the only game he had problems was in game 1, the mech game. Yeah. And the next 2 games, he looked pretty solid, to be honest.
Well, game number 2, I feel, was also because for some reason Bravo didn't realize what was going on. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. Like, I still cannot understand what he expected to happen with the lair tech. So
that was a bit strange. Again, I said he gets nervous sometimes, and it is the map.
It was the map. Like on any other map, he would have had a wall set up, and then it would have been easier for him to get that second base. Like this, defending against the Zerglings was tough, so the map worked against him, and at the same time was also him not seeing that mutalisks were coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, game number 2 and 3, Leenock looked a little bit more solid there. Game 1, a bit shaky, but he advances. He advances to the winners match that is. So he takes that with a 2-1 and is now going up against Yonghwa.
Yep. So we're gonna have that winners match, Leenock versus Yonghwa, after a quick 5-minute break. So